Today we'll see this. Yeah. So today we will see this toolbar, right? So this toolbar. So the last class we have seen this till marks card and status bar we have seen in the last class, and show me. So that's where we ended. And today we will see this toolbar. So in the toolbar, this icon which I told you last class, when I click here, it will take you to the start page. When I click the icon, this is the Tableau icon. When I click here, it will bring me to the visualization page. And when I am in the data source page, and again I can see this icon Tableau, I can click this start page, and again click it comes to the data source page. So wherever you wanted to go, you can click this Tableau icon. And the next one is back and forward. So normally when you take some controls, apply some fields, I wanted to go back. So undo, right? Undo means this back. So even this will work after saving, that also will work. Some of the application, once you save, it will not work because it is saved. So it will not undo. Till before you save, it will be doing it. Back and forward. So how many times you went back, that many times you can come forward. But something you are deleting, you will not get that back. And save. You can save this. So either it is a TWB or the TWBX. For example, I take this category, fine, and I take this subcategory, fine. So if I go back, so it is back. So now immediately the forward is enabled, forward. So it is there. When I save this, it will ask me. So either TWB or TWBX, it will save. Okay, so this is one. Fine. The next one, this is adding the data source. So when I click this, it is again go here. If I wanted, I can add a data source. So it adds. This is my data source. Add. And the next one, which is called as auto updates. This is the most important thing in the architecture of your Tableau. So normally you are dragging. So you drag this category, you drag this subcategory, but its values are shown. You see here category. So it is showing furniture, supplies and technology. And when I drag this sales, so what's happening? So it shows the sum. So by default for my sales, for my measures, it will show as a sum, as a aggregation. So when I drag, so normally when I drag my dimensions to the row or column shows, it shows a distinct value of the dimension. It shows a distinct value of the dimension. Furniture, office supplies and category. So now let me delete this, close. Fine. So it shows the sales of the category. So 742, 719 and 836. That is secondary. First I drag here, it is a sale. When I bring here, it becomes sum of sales. It means for every measure, by default the aggregation sum is applied. Even you bring this profit, it shows sum of profit, right? Even if I bring this, it shows sum of quantity. What is the sum? Means aggregation. For this category furniture, it may be having multiple lines, multiple rows there. The sum of all the quantities pertaining to the furniture, pertaining to the office supplies, pertaining to the technology, it's a mean. But can I change the aggregation? I wanted to change. Is it possible? You can do that. You can go here, click on this, measure. So you have different aggregation we have. Default it is sum, but you can change it to average, median, count or count distinct, minimum, maximum, percentage, standard deviation and variance. You can do that. Okay. So this you can do. And similarly, the category which I brought in, it shows the distinct. There is one behavior is for date also. That I will tell once I complete this toolbar. So similarly, when I bring the date for the measures, how it shows sum. Similarly, when I bring a date, it shows by default year. But you can change it. Quarter or month or exact date. if you wanted, I can do that. That we'll see after completing this toolbar. So now I'm explaining auto updates. So now when I play this category, so this value furniture, office supplies and technologies, how it is bringing, from where it is, right? So normally when you place your data model, whether it is from the same one table or multiple tables, and after that you create an extract, the values of the data set, you know that is there in your memory, right? So when you create an extract, it is there in your memory. It means internally that buffer space, that data set, right? It is there in your cache. The first user, when you deploy your dashboard, the first user, the very first user who is going to access the dashboard, for him to retrieve the data, it will take some time, 1 minute, 2 minutes, because he is the first time. It has to update its cache. And after that, the second user, from there onwards, whoever accessing the dashboard, it is taking from its memory, because already it is there in the memory because of the first user who retrieved that. So going forward, whoever access the dashboard, that data set, it is from the buffer cache, not from the data set directly. So internally in our Tableau architecture, there is a data engine. It is called as TDE server, we used to call this. This data engine which stores all your data. Now when you drag category, immediately each and every moves of your drag in your visualization, whether it is a row or column shells, or put it in the filter shells, put it in the pages shells, put it in the marks card, so whatever it may be, or show me, I am changing the types, it immediately connects to, communicates to, not connects to, communicates to that actions whichever you perform, it communicates to the visual server. So it creates a visual scripts for you. That visual scripts in turn go and hits your data engine. So if Syed puts that category, so immediately the category for that visual script is prepared, and it goes communicates to the data engine. This category, what is the fields you give me? So it takes from the data engine, then it displays. So now you put the sum sales. So automatically that sum sales, for that the visual script, furniture what is the sum sales, and category what is the, which category what are all the values, it goes takes from the data engine, and then you put this sum sales. So furniture, office supplies, technology, individually what is the sum sales, it calculates and gives to you immediately. So this communication from your visualization back to your visual server and the data engine being by some agent, that is called this auto updates. Each and every moment it immediately connects, communicates. Suppose if I make this pass, if I pass this, so now you see here, so when I bring this subcategory, so when I bring this subcategory, so it is not reflecting. So you see here, the subcategory, it should show, right? It is not showing because it is in desaturated mode, because my auto update is passed. It is passed. The person who was communicating each and every of my movement to the visual server, it is passed now. So no one is there to communicate. So that's why it is in desaturated condition. So immediately this run updates. So far that run updates was disabled. When you make this auto updates pass, that wakes up, because that is equivalent to your auto updates, but on request mode. If you wanted to, if you want this to happen, this needs to be updated, you have to request run updates. But auto update is not that, automatically it does that. So now when I go click on this run updates, automatically it communicates to the visual server and say that subcategory is there, drag in my row shells. So what is the unique value for this subcategory? So it goes, brings this and calculates for the sum of sales and displays. This is on ad hoc basis, means on request mode.
Request mode.
So now I
Is,
bring this segment. So now I bring this segment. So again it is there, because that is performed for only one click. That's all. It action is over. Run updates. But now for the segment, so still my auto updates is pass. Again I go click this. So it will happen. Right? Sometimes when you are working with a larger data set and you are having a lot of sheets, 20-30 sheets are there in your dashboard, every drag and drop, it hits my performance. If you feel every my drags hitting my performance. So let me pass my auto updates and keep 4-5 controls. So not only here. So now you see here, when I go here, this date I bring in, fine, and I keep this and I keep this, right. So now
so you say if you're working with large sum of data, we should do a manual update?
yeah, so see, the thing is that suppose I am working on a large sheet. So if I go here, year and quarter and sales, so 3 operation is done, and then let me bring this segment. So 4 controls I keep it. There is no reaction here.
Hmm.
But the if it is turned on, when I place year, immediately it communicates. When I place quarter, immediately it communicates. When I place segment, it immediately communicates. And when I place some sale, it immediately communicates and displays in my screen. But so my IO contention, you see, so every time it goes, talks to the SQL server. So internally, so like this, each and every user, if they go try accessing this, so my IO contention is very high, right. So now I place these 4 controls and click on run updates. All these 4 controls, what was the result, it will show in one click. So it
Okay.
avoided 3 times going and checking my SQL server, right. So when you work with the large dashboard, you have multiple sheets and you have lot of controls in the multi-mark visualization, or you put it in filter shells, because each and every way, every portions, pages, filters, marks and show me, row, column, and you have sets, parameters everywhere. So it goes immediately, communicates to the SQL server. So in such scenarios, I will pass this, and when required I will click on this. That is very rare scenario. But normally you should understand what is this auto updates and this run updates will do. And one more thing. So when you pass this, so you can see here, your show me, none of the charts will be visible. It says, what it says, turn on automatic updates to use show me. Turn on means this is resume, pass.
Mhm.
So turn on your automatic updates to use show me. Show me will not be shown at all if your automatic, because if the auto updates only will perform the visualization, right? So if that is passed, so how that will show? Okay. So what is this mode called? This is called as desaturated mode. So this is the purpose of your auto updates and your run updates. So this you can use worksheet or you can use filters. Right, auto update filters, auto update worksheet, you can do that. Okay, next
By
one,
default,
this is your,
so by default it will just do both, or you just by default it will do the worksheet?
no, by default it would be both. So now for example, if it is there, so it is both,
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
right. So this is the use of your auto updates and run updates. So now when this auto updates is on, you see this run updates is grayed out, because for that no work, right. So when this is passed, then this would be, you see here, when this is passed, this is enabled, then it will have the work. So whatever you have to do, you are doing using your auto updates. If it is passed, the same operation will be performed in the run updates, but on request basis. Okay, so this is the use of this. And then next one is add sheet. So when you click in a overview outside, it will create a worksheet. But what about my dashboard and story? There is a drop down. You can go here, click on this. New dashboard, new. Normally we won't use this because already we have an option here. Why we'll use? And there is a control M for me shortcut. So when I go control M, sheet 4 will be created. Okay. So this is your add sheet, dashboard, story. Control M is a shortcut key for new sheet. And this is your duplicate sheet. So normally when you see here, this sheet. So only instead of sales, I wanted to use the profit. So rest all are same. So duplicate. So duplicate is there. Instead of the sale, I place this profit. I place this profit here. Right? So rest all is same. So this is your duplicate. And there is one option called duplicate as cross tab. So that you can see here. Duplicate as cross tab. It is not there in the toolbar. Okay, it is not there in the toolbar. And this is your clear sheet. Suppose if I click on clear sheet, it will clear completely your sheet. Whatever the controls fields you place in any of your shelves, it will clear completely. Suppose for example, you click on this, clear. But internally, you can do several options also. You can clear worksheet format, you can clear manual sizing, you can clear access ranges, clear filter, clear sorts, clear context. If you wanted, you can do individually. But all this is grayed out because nothing is there. Suppose if I place this category in the filter, so the filter is there. If I place category in the filter is there. So then when I go here, clear filter is on. So now I go sort. So now when I go here, So when I go here, the clear sort is enabled. Right? So when I apply this context, so when I make this as add to context, so then my clear context is there. Okay, so if I clear, it will clear everything. So whether it is a sort or filter or context or worksheet formatting or manual sizing, access range, everything it will filter. But individually I don't wanted all to be cleared, only my clear filter to be cleared or clear context. So when I go here, click on this, only the context is gone. And I have filters. And you see here sort. So now I wanted to clear only sort. So you can click this. Sort only will go. Rest all will be there. So you can do that. So filter, sort and context. Context I will explain later. When I explain this type of filters, I will explain later. And there is one more called as access ranges. So in the clear, you see this, there is a access ranges. So what is this access ranges? Here, you see here, there is a pin. This is called as fixed access. Fixed access. So what is this basically? Suppose when I take this order date, no, I don't want this. So let me take the category. So let me take this category and I make this sales. Right? So you can see here. So the maximum value is this. So it is 330. This is 328. What is the minimum value? This is this. 3000. Minimum value is 3000. So I want to see only the values between 100,000 to 200,000. 1 lakh to 2 lakh. Only that lakh. Only that much. Can I able to change? See here I am seeing 17 subcategories. The minimum value is 3024, maximum value is 30,000. But I want to see the subcategories between 100,000 to 200,000. So for that you can fix your access. So click this automatically. You see here, when I click this, it will have a pin here in the measure. You see here. So when I click this, immediately you can see here. So double click on this. It shows. The fixed start is 0 and the maximum is 356. Now in this I can fix my axis. So 1 lakh to 2 lakh. So then it shows which are all between 1 lakh to 2 lakh. So appliances, this is 1 lakh 7,000 and this is 114,000 and this is your 167,000 and this is 149 and this is 189. These are all 2 lakhs because these are all above 2 lakhs. 2 lakh 3 and 328 and 330 and 223 and 206. Right? So this is all.
Is this Shashi?
Hmm,
I have a
yeah.
question. Is this the same as setting up parameters?
What do you, no, I didn't get it. Saving as primary
You
means?
know, I mean, if you set a parameters, it will do the same thing?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Have
When we create the parameters, it's different than the fixing the axle, right?
no, I didn't understand what is primary you are saying, referring.
When you create the parameters.
Primary or hierarchy you are saying?
No, parameters.
No, no,
You
no.
know, in
That
the
is,
shelf, under the measures, there's a parameter shelf.
no, no.
So if you do the
This is not related. That is different. So
okay,
I
okay,
understand what you are trying to say. The parameter and fixed axis is different. Fixed axis,
okay, okay,
I have a range of values, but in that I wanted only this range of values to be displayed. Right? So the parameter is you can
okay,
give the control to the user can play. But here it is not the same. Always I wanted to show this fixed ranges in my, so suppose for example the student marks is 0 to 100. I show
uh-huh.
only above first class, 60 to 100 who are there that you show. Rest all you don't show. It is there in the sheet, but it will not show. You see here, the dimension is there, but that values are not shown. Only your, suppose the student names will be there. 30 students are there. In that only 12 students are above first class. So if my fixed ranges are above 60, only the 12 students name will be highlighted with the marks. Rest 18 students name will be there, but marks will not be highlighted because that is not in that range. It is less than that range. So that is called as your
Okay.
fixed axis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I wanted to clear this. So this time when I go here, there is a clear axis ranges, right? So the axis ranges is that. So either you can go it here and clear, or else here itself there is a mark. You can click on this, it will clear. So click this, it will fix. Double click on this, you can show. Suppose I wanted to show from 50,000 to 250,000. So this range I wanted to see. Means 50,000 to 2 lakh 50,000. So you can see here. So now this and all come 78 and 91. So earlier it was not there. So because 1 lakh and above, these are all showing. Now 50,000 this is showing. Right now again, let me reduce this to 25,000. So it will show more. 25,000 to 250,000. So it will show more. 46 and this is your 27 and 1, 2, 3. So in this you can understand 3 subcategories are below your 25,000. You can understand that way. Okay. So these 3 envelopes, fasteners and labels. So these are all less than your 25,000. So in this fixed ranges you can show. So if you wanted to clear, either you can clear the formatting manual access, or else you can click on this. Just click on this, it will clear your access ranges. Okay, this is your clear. And this swap. So whatever I placed in my column shells will come to row, and whatever I placed in the row, it will go to the column. So if I click on this, automatically that will happen. Click, click, click. So not only one, so suppose I have two fields here. So both the two fields, it will take me to the row column shells, and both it will bring down to the
Mm.
row shelves. So swap means exactly it swaps. It doesn't care 1 or 2 or 3. So it will swap. How many we have, it will swap. And next comes ascending and descending. So when you go for, basically now I have the sheet. So let me bring this customer. Customer name is there and I place this here. So you can see here the customer wise. So Aaron Bergman, it is not based on my some measures, some sets. So Aaron Hawkins, Aaron Smalings, Adam. So it is based on the alphabets, customer name alphabets wise earlier when you are displaying at the first time. So now this descending, this is ascending, this is descending. This is based on your, what is the measure you placed. So now when I click on ascending, it shows by sales 5555. So this is 48. Now if I click on descend, so it will show the maximum value first. So this is your descend and this is your ascending if you wanted to display. Fine. Now I want to go back alphabet wise. Once I click here, this is ascending by the measure, this is descending by the measure. Now I cannot go back to my alphabet wise. Then you can come here again. So now I wanted to, based on my alphabet default, so again you could come here. So click on this, because the ascending descending will not go with the customer name alphabet wise. It will normally go with the measures. So now I come here and click on this. So this is ascending. Now the third click will take me to the alphabet wise. Suppose if you lost, no, I wanted default. So come here, click on this. So this is descending, ascending. Again I have second click ascending, third click will take me to the alphabets. Okay, so this is that. Now this is a highlighter. Highlighter, always it is stayed on. So what is the use of highlighter? Suppose this is customers. So each and every customer I want to show in the individual colors. I place this customer name in the marks card. So I have how many customers? How you will identify? How many customers are there in this? You can go and see here, 793 marks. So I have 793 customers in this data set. So suppose in this Alan, so I want to see this, click on this. It highlights only Alan. So I go here, Adam Hut, it highlights only Adam. So I go here, Jeremy Fancy. So it highlights only Jeremy Parry. So how this is happening? Because of this highlighter. So this, if you disable, whatever you select, it will not highlight. So when you have an highlighter enabled, so it will show the when legend is there, color legend. If you select that, it will display the person selected. So that is taken care by the highlighter functionality. Sometimes I don't want to show the highlighter in my legend, in the chart, in the workbook. So 793 customers, do you think that I will show in my legend, in my dashboard? No, I won't show. If it is 2-3 values, I will show. Normally the legend will show for the metrics. Suppose if it exceeds the target, or below the target, beyond the target, between the target, whatever it may be. So that 2-3 values I wanted to show. Exceeds the target, I will put it in the green. Beyond the, below the target, I show in the red. It is between this to this. So I put it in the yellow color, amber. So like this color significance, the color which really signifies to the dashboard. So then I will I will display that. For this customer name, product name, I have 2000 products. I don't have space to accommodate that color legend, and moreover it is not that much important, right? So now in that kind of matrix, I am showing that in the color. If I go click YTD meets expectation, immediately it shows which are all the particular customer who met the expectation. It will show when you click on this, when I have the legend. But sometimes in the legend I am not at all showing. I have 3 sheets are there in one dashboard. Selecting one sheet, it should highlight the other 2 sheets also, other 3 sheets also. that time we have a highlight action filter. So that time this highlight role, that filter will take care. You see here in the actions there is a highlight action. So you see here the same symbol, highlight. So that will take care. So normally the highlight will be enabled, but when this would be applicable, when you have a color legend, selecting that legend, it applies. If it is a 2-3 values, then you can use. Normally the highlight legend, color legend will be using only for the metrics, not for this marks which is having the larger values. We will not use that, right? So for me, this separately I need a space for this to accommodate and scroll here and there. I will not use this, but showing different colors I will use that. That I will use. But Jennifer pad, whether it is orange color or red color, it doesn't matter for me. But out of the 793 customers who are all met expectation, I want to show that in green. Who doesn't met expectation, I want to show in red. Who is between this two value to this value, to show it in the amber. That is required for me when it comes to the color. When selecting that, out of my 793, how many customers who met the expectation? Some 200. Who are all they? So that time, if I select this, click on this green color, that's 200 customers will be displayed. That makes sense. Oh, okay, this many customers, right? So this basically the color legend, the highlighter, it will highlights the selection of the colors in your sheet. That is the use of it. But you can disable this. If you are disabling this and don't have the legend, but selection of the particular sheet should impact in the other through sheets, you can use the highlight action. That we'll see later. And next one is group. When you have a group only, this will be enabled. Otherwise it will not be enabled. This is your mark labels. I wanted to avoid the multi-mark visualization. Normally, you should not keep multiple marks in your visualization because it occupies a space. You should not have more filters. You should not have more sorts. You should not have more multi-marks visualization. These are all will occupy your, means it will impact your performance because IO contention will be larger. IO contention will be larger. Your script, visual script will be complex to get the data and display, right? So probably it impacts your performance. So we will be avoiding the whatever the possible ways I can able to avoid my multi-mark visualization, I can do that. So now for example, I have this sales. This sales, I put it in the marks. So this I can avoid. Placing this sum sales in the marks, I can avoid. How? I can click on this. This will display the same functionality. But you see here, the marks is not there. So this is faster. I can use this not only for this. So suppose I have two options. So this is sales. Now let me bring this profit. So now what happened? For the sales, I have to make this sales, and for the profit, I have to make this profit. Two marks I am using. Sales, I am using the sales, and for the marks, I am using the marks. Oh, sorry, profit, I am using the profit. So to display and the sales and the profit, I use two marks in the label. So now let me remove this. Let me remove this. So now just click here. It will show both. It is not at all occupying my marks, and it shows the both values. So more you add your measures, in your chart. If you try to visualize, if you display your labels, so then you have to have a more multiple marks. So instead, if I use an automatic label, I avoid the multiple marks in my visualization. Okay, so this is the use of your label, mark label. So this is hide and this is show. Okay, so but this will not be occupying my marks visualization, it will not occupy. And this is fixed like this, and this is your display. So standard, fit width, fit height, entire view. For example, I have this. This is a standard. I want to display, this is your width, right? So I want to display this fit width. So it will display. It adjusts. Why? Because I have, suppose for example, 3 sheets I am accommodating in one dashboard. So this dashboard is occupying the complete sheet, but another one dashboard is occupying only a small So when I place that, besides, it looks awkward. One is like a larger one and another one besides this is a smaller one. It should not be the case, right? Everything should be same. So either with the height wise or in the width wise. So suppose this is a width wise is fine. So then I can go to this standard. So now for example you see here instead of this category I place this. So now this one I wanted to go fit widthwise, right? So this is the way we can. So now height. So I wanted to height. For example, I have this. So then I take this. 1 minute. So I take region. I take this region, and I take this. So now when I go to this height, it fits this height, right? So now both entire view, so width also it is there. The entire view will be like this. For example, this, it is occupying the complete space. So but when you see here I wanted to swap, means I wanted to drag, scroll. But when I go to this entire view, it completely accommodates in one sheet. The complete 793 customers in one sheet it accommodates, right? Entire view. So this is just a display, standard, fit width and fit height, and this includes both height and width, entire view. And next one is your preview. So how my dashboard will look like in my, so my sheet will be looking like in my preview in the dashboard, how it looks like. You can view it using clicking on the preview. So escape will be back to the sheet. And this is the one where you wanted to hide column shells or row shells or page shells or filter shells or marks card or title. Title I wanted to hide. Here sheet 7 is there. So hide this. Title is hidden. So you wanted to hide or enable. So you can do this using this. Okay. So now the next one is, so we have seen this toolbar. So now we'll come to the MDA. So in this MDA, when come to this data, so new data source, this we have seen here itself, plus, and paste data. So what is this paste data? So suppose I am here, so already I have a data source. So now what happened? I go here. So this order it is there. So I am taking this order, I am taking this. So Control C. So now I come to this and go to the sheet and paste data. Paste data. The data is pasted in the sheet. So I copy from my Excel or whatever it may be, either it is a grid, and paste this data. So immediately there is one data source will be created, that is called as clipboard. So this is not a saved data source. This is not connected to any of the database I am bringing in. Somewhere I copied, I wanted to add this as a data source here. So paste data, Control V. So now this is again stored as a one data source for me. So in the format of clipboard underscore which year, which month and which date, 2017 02 27, and what is the time, 8:46:47 seconds. So that is also it will be stored. So this is called as your paste data. And now, so these were all disabled. These were all disabled in the sense when I have more than one data source, then these are all enabled. Edit relationship, replace data source, and all these options. So edit relationships will be doing a blending using this, that we'll see little later. And replace data source, when I go for a migration from one data source to another data source, I wanted to replace. That I will explain when the blending comes. So now comes to the worksheet. In the worksheet, basically I have copy, export and clear. Copy, you can copy this data or copy this as a crosstab and copy this as an image. You can do that. And similarly the export, all these three. So I wanted to copy this as a Excel or crosstab as Excel or data or image. and clearing. So this is what here we have seen. And this show title, show caption, show summary. These three are important ones. Show title, basically for every sheet, so there is a title for the sheet. If you want or don't want, you can decide. By default, that sheet name will be the title. So now you see here it is sheet 1, so title is also sheet. When I preview this, this will show us as sheet 1. If you don't want, you can hide. If you want, but I wanted to edit this, you can edit, not a problem. So editing, so you can go here. If you don't want, and check this, or if you want, check this. I want to edit this, so no need to worry. Suppose I am renaming this sheet as sales analysis. So it shows as a sales analysis. The sheet name it will be showing. Sheet name it would be showing. But here I wanted to add something dynamic also. I can do that. Dynamic in the sense what? Suppose for example some filter is there. Right? Sometimes no, the filter I wanted to show as a icon. For example, I take this category. Right? So all these categories are here. So this category, oh my, so category is here. So now this filter I am giving. So this filter I show drop down. So now I show this technology, only technology. The sheet sales analysis technology should be shown. So how to do that? So that is a requirement like this. So go here, put a hyphen, and what is this? This is a category. So insert. So go take this category and apply. So it shows sales analysis technology. So now I change from technology to office supplies. It shows sales analysis office supplies. Are two things I want to show: sales analysis, office supplies, and technology. All the three. So then it shows all. Right? So it
Shashi,
shows.
how do you do that? You just click on the title and then
Yeah.
in
If you go here in the title, so now
huh?
normally the sheet name will be there.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the sheet name you are given, that is there. Default.
Mm-hmm.
Sales analysis. Now I wanted to give whatever the selections I am doing. So either year or whatever it may be. So I have to give hyphen. So what is that field you wanted to show there? So that field insert, it would be displayed here. So category or segment or subcategory, whatever you place in your marks, it would be displayed.
Uh,
I want to show this as a category. So apply. So it shows office supplies and technology. I want to show
mm-hmm.
sometimes the page title summary also they will be showing. So no worries. So you can do that also. Page count, page
Well,
number.
is there a way you can drag that title on top of the column?
Here,
Can you create a row on top of column for title?
create a row on top of the column.
Remember you say, well, you know where there are columns and rows? Is there a way you can show? Can we do like a title row on top?
No, you wanted to show multiple columns, you can show. So now you see here,
No,
I
no.
want to,
I mean, you know, either you on top there's a column and rows, right?
yeah,
You know, measures. On top of the two, can you put your title as well? On
here, no, no, no. Title is an object.
okay,
It is not a field.
okay,
Title is an object. It is not a field. So here in the row
okay,
and the column shells, you can place only the field.
okay.
Only the field you can place.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So this is a scenario for title. Or no, I don't want to show title at all. Go here, hide. Right?
Exactly.
Or I wanted to change the
Mm-hmm.
font size, etc., etc. So no worries.
Mm-hmm.
So I show this title and I go to this format. So there will be a format shown. So now shading, I wanted to give different shading, right? And
Oh,
border,
okay,
I wanted to give some border icon. Or this size, I
okay,
want to reduce, give this. Or the colors, I want to change this. So you can change this color. Or I
okay,
wanted some dark blue. You can give this. And caption. In this caption, I want to show some good color. and I wanted to show this border with different colors. You can do this title and the caption. Okay, so this is the format, title and caption. So when I display, you can see here, so this colors will be shown. So this is your title.
Mm-hmm.
So I can hide, reset and format, edit. You can do this. And the next one is a caption. So what is this caption? Caption basically, it will give you, so this is your caption. So there I was entering, right, the caption. So this is your,
Yeah.
okay. So now the caption, basically it will give you a dialogue for you. So whatever the fields you place in the measure, row, column, pages, filters, marks, it will create a dialog for you on its own. So it says sum of sales for each subcategory broken down by category and segment versus segment. The views is filtered on category, which keeps technology. So now you see here, I change, which keeps office supplies and technology, and I put a furniture. It says it keeps furniture, office supplies and technology. So now I put this category in the color. So category in the color. It says, so it says the view, the color shows details about category. So whatever I place in pages, shells, filter shells, marks, card, row, column, it creates a dialog on its own. If you wanted to edit, you can edit it, right? So I can show that color legend for category. So I can enter my own dialog also there, right? The caption summary will show based on the fields which you place in your row column, pages, filter shells and the marks card. Okay, so based on that it will be creating its own dialog. The same dialog will be shown when you are describing the sheet also. So now the next one is your show summary. So summary, basically any reporting tool, if you see the summary, whatever the measure you place, so it shows what is the count of this and what is the sum, an average, minimum, maximum. So now this sales is there. In this, what is the minimum? 560. What is the maximum? 172. What is the median? So no, I want to change something else. So no worries. Go here. I want to see the standard deviation. You can put this. No, I don't want this median. So remove this. I don't want minimum, maximum. So only sum, average and count is sufficient enough. You can remove this. So based on your measure, it shows some of the default functions, aggregation functions. If you want to show, you can show them. Okay. So to this display.
And summaries for just the measures?
Yes, eh?
Summaries just for the measures?
Yes, only for the measures. Suppose if there is no
Okay.
measure, so you can see here there is no measure. So then automatically it will show only the count, not the aggregations.
Okay.
Right. So here you see here, I have only category. So now I go to this and show summary. So category will show 3. So now when I bring this subcategory, so it shows 17. Because subcategory is 17. Then segment.
Okay.
Still, so it is showing 17 into 3. So 51.
3.
So this way it will show.
Okay.
So when I bring this sale here, so it will show the count is 51 and rest all is this aggregation of the sales. But here you can add, by default it is sum, average, minimum, maximum and median. Now instead of median, I don't want median, go here and check this. Median. Sum, average, minimum, maximum is sufficient enough. You can do that. So this is the use of your summary. So caption and title and a summary. And there is one more called as describe sheet. So when you go to this, the first one will show the dialog. This is your caption. So when you go here, you see here, this is a small one. So let me go here. No, not this. Where it was? When I go here, describe sheet, so it shows completely category color broken down by category and subcategory versus segment. The view is filtered on category, which keeps furniture. So all this it will display. Provided, what is the marks? Mark is square automatic, so it shows. And shelves, in the row shelves I have segment, in the column shelves I have category and subcategory, in filters I have category, and the color also I have category. All this it will explain. And in the next one, category has 3 members, segment has 3 members, and subcategory has 17 members. So it will explain the description. So what is the use of this? Copy and paste somewhere. So if you want to paste somewhere, you can paste it. So the detail of your document it if you want it. Okay. So this is the use of your describe sheet. Okay. So we'll stop here. So